Okay, so we're going to start off with toe taps. So we're just going to do in standing and in sitting, just raising your toes. That's it. Okay. Get those toes up nice and high. Don't rush it. Just nice and slow so you have muscular control. Okay, now you're going to raise the heels. So you're going to have your heels coming up. So you can, that's it. If you feel brave enough, you can come up onto the toes. You can do that as well in sitting. So we're going to do a few of these. Get those calves pumping so it gets all the blood moving around the legs. Okay, and you're going to carry on. What we're going to do now is take the leg out to the side, tap back in. Leg out to the side, tap back in. Leg out to the side, tap back in. That's good. Lovely. Now, we're going to raise the knees up for me. So it's almost like marching on the spot. So nice and slow for me. So raise the knees. Brilliant. Nice and slow. So you have all that muscular control. Okay, so nice and slow. That's good. Okay, and relax. So standing with your feet hip width apart, the same with you, Les, there. What I want you to do is now gently raise your, or slide your left arm down to the side. Come back up to the centre. Okay. And then down to the opposite side. Feel that stretch. Feel the stretch into the side of the back. There we go. Come up. Good. And then on to the other side. That's good, then come back up. Now I want you to slouch down. So just let your head dangle. If you try and keep your chest up for me, and what you're trying to do is actually draw your pelvis underneath. So you're trying to tuck your bottom under. And then you're going to sit tall and push your bottom out. So nice and tall, bottom out. And then tuck your pelvis under again. So pulling your tail underneath you. Really feel that. And then push your bum back out. So push your bum out as far as you can, Les. That's it. Let's do a couple more of that for me. So tipping it underneath. Almost imagine you're trying to get your pelvis to touch your ribs. That's it. And then pushing it away.
Mission impossible.
Then nice and slowly, I want you to just fall forward for me. And almost, if you can, without any pain, touch your toes. Let your head drop down as well, so let that neck fully relax. And then slowly come back up. That's good. Slowly. And bring your chest up for me. That's good. And then slowly back down again for me. Nice and slow. Let the head fall forward as well. Good. And up again for me. We'll just do 2 more of those. Okay. And back down for me. Good. Let that head drop down a little bit for me, Liz. That's it, and come back up. 1 more each. That's good, goodness, well done. Let your head drop as well. That's it. So let that head go forward. So what you're trying to do is just stretch the whole of the spine. So when you're coming down, you want all of that spine to stretch. If you've got your head up, you've still got tension through the neck. So then slowly come back up, keeping the head forward, and then nice and tall, bringing the chest out. Now, placing your hands on your bottom. You can keep yours on the side there, that's it, and then just gently tip forward for me. Okay, then come back into a neutral position. And again, go forward, pushing your hips forward. Nice stretch, come back into a neutral. And again, good, come back. And 1 more for me. That's good. And relax. Now for you, Glynis, I'd like you to put your hands on your shoulders. For you, Les, you could put your hands on your shoulders, or if you find it difficult, just reach across to the chair. So this is now the thoracic rotation. So you're just going to rotate and hold it and back to the centre and out. So what you can also do is incorporate a little bit of breathing. So you can breathe in, and as you come round, breathe out. So breathe in the middle as you turn, and then breathe out as you come back.
That's what they do at the turnings at tables.
And then come back.
Don't forget to breathe.
And don't forget to breathe. Do that a couple more times for me. That's good. And rotate. Good. Now, let your arms go down by the side. What I'd like you to do now is just shrug your shoulders up to your ears and then relax down. Imagine someone's pulling your hands down towards the ground, so you're really getting a nice stretch in the upper shoulders. Pull them up again, trying to get to your ears. And imagine someone again is grabbing your hands, so you're really extending down. And up. Up, 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 up. Bring those shoulders up, Les. All the way up. And then down. Okay, let's do 2 more. Up. That's really good, Glynis. And down. That person's grabbing your hands. And up. And then down. Keeping with the shoulders, we're now going to circle them backwards. Nice big circles. Imagine you're drawing a circle with a piece of chalk with your shoulders. That's good. Really get some rotation there, Les. And then stop and then go forward. I always find forward a little bit more tricky. Try and keep that, so keep your head up nice and high. Right, and relax. Now we're going to work on our neck. What I'd like you to do is just look down for me and then back to neutral. So chin down on chest. Try and tuck the chin, that's good, Glynis. Try and tuck the chin in. So you should feel more of a stretch at the back of the neck. Come back into a neutral. And then chin down and tuck it in underneath you. Give yourself a nice big double chin if you can. Okay, and then back into a neutral.
Which one?
And then back down for me. Okay, now coming back into neutral, what I'd like you to do is tip your ear to your shoulder and then gently let it roll around to the other shoulder. That's good. And then back round to the other shoulder. So imagine a marble and it's rolling around a bend, and then that's it. But don't cheat and lift your shoulder. Ear down to shoulder and roll. That's really good. Keep going. Do 2 more on each side for me. And then back round. And you've got 1 more to do. How are you finding that, Les?
All right, if I could actually see what I was doing.
Just need to feel, don't need to see. Okay, now we're going to go into a little bit of arm workout. So this is also going to encourage the heart rate to go up. So we're going to give Glynis bottles of water, okay? They're just enough weight. So if you've got cans or anything like that, a bottle of water, they're quite nice because cans are quite cumbersome. So I'll give you those. Yep. Les has opted for not having them. So all we're going to do is bicep curls. We're going to come up to the chest nice and slow and squeeze at the top and then back down. And then up. Give it a nice big squeeze in those bicep muscles. These muscles here, your biceps, come back down and then up. When you come back down, really try and straighten and squeeze the muscles at the back of the arms so you're feeling the triceps working again. All the way back up and then back down. Let's do about 4 more of those. 1. And up, squeeze in those muscles and then back down. That's really good, nice and slow, that's really good. And down, and 1 more. That's good. Now, keeping with the bottles, I'd like you to punch up to the ceiling for me. And you're just going to sort of go up, that's it, good. 2. That's it, nice. Reach right up to the sky, Les, right up. Really feel that stretch underneath the shoulders. That's really good. And relax for me. So now we're going to do marching on the spot, and we're going to do sort of incorporate that with the punches as well. Okay, so Les, with you sitting down, we can just march on the spot like so. So again, we're going to get the heart raising. Glynis, you're just going to march on the spot independently, so that's really good. Thinking about taking it nice and slow, no rushing. Okay, and just keeping your balance and keeping focus. Now, we're going to see about coordination. We're going to start punching up to the air. This really does bring...
Opposite.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. You can do either. If you start doing opposite, that makes your brain work. That's too much. So really getting your arms up, punching up to the ceiling. That's really good. This is a really good one just to get the cardiovascular system working, especially when you can't go out maybe for a walk like you'd like to. Just marching on the spot, punching up into the air. Or we can also alternate that. Coordination and punching out.
Rubbish.
That's it. And that gets the heart rate. So we can do that for as long as you feel comfortable, okay? Because what you want to do is actually feel the heart rate starting to go up and become just a little bit breathless, not to the point where you're having to gasp for air, okay? So now the next one we're going to do sit to stand. So we've got Les in the chair and we're going to have Glynis doing, here we go, with the chair there. So you're going to do mini squats. So with Les, we're just going to get you to stand, and we're going to, well, he's going to be sitting on his lap. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get Les, if you could do a couple for me, sit to stand for me. Good, and back down. That's good. Well done, Glynis. Nice and tall. Remember, when you get up from standing, that's really good, Les. Well done. We want full extension from the hips. We want that to really be nice and tall. Good. Again, the sit to stand and the mini squats is also another good cardiovascular one because you're working the big muscle groups. So let's just do 3 more for you, Les, and let's do a couple more for you. Oh, was that an added bit there? Going up onto tiptoes. Oh, you can do that as well. Lily's taking it into the advanced section.
By accident, it's easier.
Okay, 2 more for me. That's lovely. Right, now we can go into either do you want to carry on sitting down?
Well, depends what we're doing.
We're going to do side steps. So you're going to come out with the chair, or you can sort of, and you're going to go independent, yeah? So what I'm going to do is just bring that chair forward for you, and then move this one out the way. So the side stepping, you're literally going to take your foot to the left, and then the foot to the right. Obviously I've done it the wrong way round. Okay, so with you, Les, you're going to hold on.
On the left and right.
I'll go the other way. It's too.
That's good. And nice wide steps. That's good. Good. That's lovely. That's very good, Les. Well done. So let's do 3 more of those. Keep looking up though for me, Les. Look at the sun outside. It's beautiful. Right, that's lovely. Now we're going to take that. So again, still holding on if you need to. Taking a step forward, taking a step back, taking a step forward, taking a step back. So now what we want you to focus on is actually taking that step. So you're going to take one step and your other foot's going to meet the other foot. Okay? And then you're going to take that step back. Take the step forward. Brilliant. And then back. That's good. Well done. And again. Now the advanced section, Glynis can go into taking the left leg forward, left leg back, right leg forward, right leg back. Les, you're quite happy just going on like that, that's fine. This again, if you think about where your feet are, I'd like you to try and keep your feet hip width apart. So you're going to come forward and then back, but try and make sure that your feet don't go too close together. So we don't want them too close, we want them nice and hip width apart. Okay? That's good. Good, that's good. And then back. How's that feeling?
You're fine.
Actually take a step forward. So it's not just doing the toe, that's it, and then taking that back. That's it. Well done. There we go.
Right.
Taking the step forward. 1, forward. That's it. And then taking the step back. Lovely. And Les, you can relax. We'll just get Glynis. That's it. That's it. Now you've got it.
Keep your head up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Lovely, and relax. So now just take a seat. If I get you to sit down on that, Les, I'm going to give you the high chair as well, Glynis. Okay. So just a couple of breathing exercises to do. Let's get you here. Now, obviously, with everything that's going on, a lot of people aren't filling their lungs because they're sitting down a lot of the time. So what we want you to do is sit nice and tall. I want you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. I want you to hold it there and then breathe out nicely through the mouth. And again, breathe in. Nice deep breath that you're filling up all the bottom of the lungs, because the problem with this COVID as well is it's pneumonia. And breathe out, sorry guys. Is obviously it affects the bottom of the lungs as well. Okay, so that's what happens with pneumonia. Our lungs fill up. If we're not using the lungs at the bottom, we're susceptible. Okay, so nice deep breath in, which is going to fill out. It's like blowing a balloon. You need to fill up the whole of that balloon and blow out. Okay, so when you breathe in, hold it, and can you sniff in and then blow out. That last little sniff is actually filling up those lungs a little bit more with oxygen. Okay, deep breath in, Les, and out. Okay, so don't forget to breathe in and sniff in, and then slowly out. Good, and then blow out. And blow it all out if you can. That's good. And this again helps if you start feeling fatigued in the day. It's because your oxygen levels slightly go down, especially if you're sitting down and you're not doing much. So just every so often having a breathing session like that is really, really good for you. Okay, because it just gets that blood circulating. A lot of the time with respiratory, you sort of end up getting the patients to do that if they've just had surgery, because they're not using their lungs, they're not walking, they're not doing the exercise. So these exercises here are getting the lungs to actually fill up with oxygen. So if you're not doing it and you're sitting around, you literally just do the breathing exercises. It will make you more alert, it gives oxygen around the brain, it makes you feel a bit more awake, and it just helps your lungs fill out rather than being dormant. Okay, lovely, thank you very much.
I'm just going to do those phone calls.